Welcome back guys, CryptoFly channel. Today we'd like to talk about crypto narratives, why it's important, how to find the upcoming narratives, and what we have to pay attention. Let's dive in. Narratives, it's not a trend. The first investors who track and define the narrative and start buying the tokens in this sector will make a good money if they will out in the right time. In the previous bull market, it was not so difficult to see the DeFi narrative. Users just wanted to see decentralization in everything: exchanges, stablecoins, wallets, landing pages, etc. Later, the narrative was born on exchanges with leverages such as DYDX, GMX, GNS, and many others who paid attention to this narrative, made good money buying tokens or received the generous airdrops. On this crypto market, you always have to follow the trend to better understand what's going on now around this space. Sometimes people can believe that Bitcoin halving will lead to price increases every 4 years. This and other narratives are used by many investors to predict price movement, but these are not some rules or main laws in crypto. So often, as we can see now, old patterns and the narratives stop working. The market is dynamic. You cannot perceive the market according to the old patterns of 2020 because the world is changing. DeFi in 2020, NFT, Layer 1, the narratives around the Dogecoin and Elon Musk, Shiba Inu, Metaverse and the Facebook. Mana and the Sandbox grew in a few days. It is always important not the event itself and the sentiment around. It's important to enter and exit on time. Narrative AI. Some tokens played back and showed new highs, and some were just speculation in this sector. Here's the important note. Always have a fixation plan. Most narratives by time will fail, and the price of these tokens definitely will bottom out. The best way to sense an emergent narrative is to practice critical thinking. Whenever you read any important news, even if it's not related to cryptocurrency, think about whether it could potentially be related to cryptocurrency. If so, with which coins or projects. Conventionally, a year ago, no one was talking about real-world assets. Now, everyone has become like an expert in this sector. The same will happen with the PIN sector, and I think that social fi will be one of the key ones in the future because we all use social networks. Why the narratives and the catalysts matter in the project evaluation? Just because a project is good doesn't mean it's the right time to invest. Fundamental analysis can help you determine which projects have a foundation for success, but narratives determine when their prices will rise. Keeping track of narratives in a crypto can be the really hard challenge for you because they can change very quickly. People are getting too upset with fundamental analysis. Assets prices only go up when other people buy them. Narratives plus catalysts can drive people to buy. The project may be fundamentally good, but you may see the downward or sideways price movement until there is catalyst and narrative to drive growth. We get a great example of Algorand. It's a great fundamental project, great technology. It's scalable, it's fast, it's a great solution, the great partnership, but the price almost lay down at the historical bottom. Long time period. Another great example is Elastos, where fundamentally the project looks so cool but has been a downtrend for 5 years, and only now is some growth starting on the layer 2 narrative for Bitcoin. Find narratives and a catalyst early by exploring social media platforms like Twitter and even niche media. Look at the key events coming up and then ask yourself, what are the potential implications of these key events for the crypto market? For example, at the moment, as I already said, it will be the real-world asset sector, but it's global narrative. That is tokenization of everything around the world. This is not a short-term narrative, but a long-term one. If we talk about a short-term narrative, that will be tied to the sports events, like Euro 2024 is a narrative of fan tokens, Chile's token and NFT related around this topic, or even the meme tokens. How to evaluate a narrative? Just ask yourself this type of questions. Can it be useful in the real world to surprise demand? Can it affect a large number of people, or will it be just a local group of people? like fan tokens? What is the current macro sentiment in the market and the mood in social networks? After all, if the narrative takes place in the bear market, it will be very difficult to make a big profit from it. Then, once you identify potential narratives, you can look at the categories and directly the tokens with those categories and their roadmaps. Take into account when you're forming your investment decisions. Analyze the sentiment on Twitter and the Reddit. This is where the main mood of the crowd is formed. Follow the trends on a Twitter, but remember that narratives can play both ways, positive and a negative. The main world media very often form especially wrong opinion about a market because essentially all the K media are controlled by the big players, and since the coverage of users in them is large, they can set a vector of discussions. Just imagine if all the mainstream media tomorrow will say the real world sector is just a bubble, a lot of people will actually believe in it. Narratives can emerge from portfolio analysis of the public funds, but remember, the funds can accumulate certain coins from a certain sector and anonymously a lot, but add some tokens to the portfolio on which they do not take a big bet, but you can go all in. Always analyze your media field with critical thinking. Analyze the information from the point of view of who and why start talk about this exactly now. Work with proper risk management and invest according to your strategy. Do not invest in all sectors. Choose a few of most promising personally for you and choose the several tokens in each sector. And always filter who do you read on social networks. Millionaire influencers very often made a capital not with the tradings. Guys, I hope you like this video about the crypto narratives. Write please in a comment what the next trend and what the next main narrative will be in the crypto space in the next 2 years or maybe in the next 1 month. Subscribe channel, hit the like button, hit the bell notification button. Don't forget to join my Telegram channel. See you next time, guys.